Hey everyone, Skull902 here,
And I'm Rabid.
and welcome to our first playthrough of 2014, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4, Turtles in Time.
Now, where are 1, 2, and 3? Well, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you.
And, this is a somewhat recreation of the, show's intro, kinda, sorta, I guess.
And sort of, I guess, indeed. Turtles in Time, this is the port for the Super Nintendo.
Yep. And, what you didn't see was me going through the options to increase my lives.
Bitch difficulty settings. What?
And I'm playing on normal. So, I'm not on hard, but I'm not being a pussy either. So, and on easy, they give you less continues anyway, so fuck that.
Really?
Yeah.
I suppose that balances things out.
Yeah, look at Raphael. Durr. And we just got through watching him be derpy in the third movie.
Yes, we are coming straight off watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 Godful.
Which is also called Turtles in Time in the recent video releases. Even though that wasn't the original title of the movie. I digress.
How dare they disgrace the legacy this game brought from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise by giving it that suffix?
I know, right? So, yeah, this is Turtles in Time. It's a game about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Well, why don't you tell us about the gameplay?
based on the cartoon show. It is a arcade-style beat-em-up, which is appropriate as it was ported from the arcades. Except most people find this version to be superior because reasons, which I will elaborate on as we get further on into the video.
Yes. Now, we just saw you throw some Foot Clan members into the screen there. That wasn't a thing that you could control in the arcade version.
Yeah, in the arcade version, it's completely random, and I think the same applies for Hyperstone Heist, but don't quote me on that one.
Uh-oh, it's Krang.
Yes, Giant Krang. Why Giant Krang was never an actual boss, I don't know.
I just keep thinking of Ghostbusters when I see that.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
Yeah.
You know, even though we're recording this, like, really late, I think I'm doing much better commentary than I usually do.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Well, you're being the informative one for once.
Well, yeah. That
Now,
probably helps.
Rabid's gonna be pretty impressive in this playthrough. I've seen the Raws, and I gotta say I'm quite impressed with his performance here, because I know that I myself could probably not do nearly as fucking good as he has.
Well, what can I say? I play this game a lot. And, one thing, that this doesn't have over the arcade version is, they took out all the, cheesy voice clips. Except for stuff like, when you get power-ups, like, shit.
Do they still say Cowabunga?
Yeah, Cowabunga!
Well, as long as there's Cowabunga, everything is right in the world.
Well, of course.
Everything.
And, right now I am fighting Baxter Stockman, who is, a fly.
Please elaborate more on that.
Well, in the show, Shredder and Krang thought he was a useless dickhead, so they tried to disintegrate him. But a fly ended up coming in there with them, and instead of killing him, it ended up fusing him and the fly together.
That sounds super fucked up.
Yes. And in like his very last appearance, I actually kind of feel bad for him.
I have yet to watch a lot of the 1987 cartoon, so I will learn more as we progress through this playthrough.
Yeah. I've been rewatching it lately along with the other shows because it's kind of been a while. But anyway, yeah, this is Alley Cat Blues, where we are fighting in the alleys. That is informative. Aren't you glad you watched this playthrough?
Aren't you? It seems like every fighting, beat 'em up game from around this time had an alley level, now that I think about it.
Kinda, yeah.
It makes sense, though, for the Turtles, because they're in New York.
Yeah. And, in the music in pretty much all versions of this game, except for, like, re-releases where they were forced to use different music, are, pretty kick-ass. Too bad I don't get to hear it.
Because we record our commentary, not sound.
Yep. And same goes for when I actually recorded the game footage too, because like if I didn't record it off the emulator, it looked like a piece of shit. So and when I record off of there, it mutes all the sound. So yeah.
Wonderful. Now, what are these, Rabid?
They are called Roadkill Rodneys, even though they only appeared in like the second episode of the show and were never named. But they're in like a little character roll call at the very end of this game, so stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned for that, indeed.
And in the arcade version, the Roadkill Rodneys were like these little robot heads on like wooden segways with boxing gloves and shit.
What the hell?
It's pretty great.
Sounds amazing.
I don't know the names of them because there was no roll call in that version, so yeah.
Now, here's an interesting thing I've noticed. The cup of the Foot Clan soldiers kind of corresponds to what weapon you're going to use on you.
Oh yeah, every color, like, they have like different attributes and shit. So, you know, variety. Because in the show, they were only purple.
I think it would have been interesting if they introduced different colored Foot Clan soldiers in the show and used them for different purposes, maybe.
Yeah. And, Metalhead threatens to, mangle those green slim balls. I just love typos.
It was the 90s.
Yes, it was the 90s, and I don't know why we're fighting Metalhead, because he's usually a good guy, but whatever, I'm not complaining.
Because you always got to fight robots.
Yeah.
Any reason why he's glowing yellow?
Because he's almost dead.
That doesn't make sense.
Of course it does. See, he's splody. Yeah. Cowabunga.
Whatever, I'll just deal with it.
Sewer surfing with xenomorphs, apparently.
However, did they get the rights?
No, just kidding. These are, as soon as they appear, will they fucking appear already? Come on, you're sabotaging me.
You're sabotaging Rabid, guys. Come on, seriously.
Come on, you bitch.
Come on, come on. Na, 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 na.
Come on. Beat it.
I can't think of another song with "Come on" lyrics. Sorry, I ruined this playthrough.
Oh my god, retake.
Hellfire commentary.
Yeah.
You're our inspiration. We're sorry for making fun of you.
And even though these have question mark boxes on them, they're all pizza boxes. So restored health, yay. And oh yeah, here's one of the few voice clips left in the game. My toe.
Sounds like a good reason to have pizza boxes in this level.
Okay, here they are. These are the pizza monsters from the episode Attack of the Killer Pizzas.
Case of the Killer Pizzas, you piece of shit.
I'm sorry!
We're only recording this at almost 3 in the morning my time.
Well, it's almost 2 in the morning my time.
Because time.
Yes, because time zones. And there's my score, because in the arcade version this is just a bonus level. But in the Super Nintendo version, we've got a boss!
Oh Shit, who's this boss gonna be? Oh my god.
It's Rat King! First
Now-
the sewers, then the world.
Now, I did some reading on the Ninja Turtles cartoon and stuff, and I'm rather intrigued by the Rat King.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty interesting character. Controlling Splinter and that jazz.
Yeah. He's throwing mines.
Yep. Pretty much if you just stay like right in front of him, he shouldn't be much of a problem until like you start spitting out those spike balls.
What an asshole.
I know, right? And if you notice, in the top, I have one more life than I did before. That's because for every 200 enemies you kill, you get an extra life.
I was gonna ask you how that worked.
Yeah. In Hyperstone Heist, from what I notice, is just like you kill 100 enemies, and that's it. They never give you an extra life again.
Technodrome.
That's kind of neat.
And Technodrome. This is a level that's entirely exclusive to the Super Nintendo version. So, in the arcade version, like, when the sewer surfing level ended, Shredder's head just appeared, like, right the fuck out of nowhere, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna send you back in time," and shit. And, he sent me back in time.
That is the most amazing story thing I've ever heard.
Well, there you go. And, these are Mousers.
Not the bomb-throwing dudes from Super Mario Brothers 2.
Nope. These were created by Baxter Stockman to solve the city's rat problem. Or, in the case of other shows and cartoons, so he could rob banks and shit, because he's a fucking asshole.
But Baxter Stockman died. You killed him. How could he possibly create them?
Because, he already created them before.
Now, it's already rather obvious by now, but Rabid is playing as Michelangelo. That's his favorite turtle.
Yep. Mikey is, the strongest out of all four of them in this game, and, its equivalents. But, he's also the slowest, so, keep that in mind.
We'll explain the differences between the turtles as we get into later parts of the playthrough.
Yeah, sure, why not? Notice the foot symbol on the wall. It's an actual foot.
Good stuff there. I didn't notice that when watching the Raw.
Yep. Pixel power!
Now I see that the foot soldiers are actually T-1000s.
Apparently. And Shredder's making his big break in TV.
Welcome back to the Shredder Show. My next guest is Julia something.
Sure, why not? Liquid Metal.
I couldn't think of a celebrity's name for that joke. I'm sorry.
And our next boss is Toka and Razar from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze.
Now, Toka is a alligator snapping turtle, and it may not look like it here because the artwork is actually kind of not depicting, but Razar is a wolf.
Yeah. And generally, if you try to face both of them at once, you're gonna get your ass kicked. So just stay in the corner like a little bitch and beat Razar up. Because Toka actually won't bother to walk over to where you are until you kill him.
These dudes were kind of funny in Ninja Turtles too.
Master C, have fun!
Anything else to add about this fight?
No, not really. Except for, Razar breathes fire and Toka breathes ice for some reason, even though they didn't have the ability in the movie. And, I didn't show it because, I didn't go and face them both at once, but, Razar has, like, a team attack where, like, he hops on top of Toka's shell and, like, rides around the room.
You can also make them kill each other by having them bump into one another.
Yeah. The same thing happens later with a certain other boss. Originally, in the arcade version, Toka and Razar were the bosses of the pirate level. And because they were in the Technodrome in this one, they were replaced with a certain other duo who we'll see now.
Another villain duo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Why, I can't think of anything.
Exactly.
Rabid, you must be lying.
I know, right?
Earlier we saw a few pink foot soldiers. They must be really disappointed in themselves.
Why do you say that?
They're wearing pink, man.
It's okay to be gay.
I'm not calling them gay, Rabid.
Well, of course you are. Because the pink.
But purple's the gay color.
Oh. Well, alright.
Back to not offending the gay people.
So, these guys are dicks. I don't like them.
They sure look like dicks.
And this is the first time I die.
Oh no.
Oh no. And
Yes.
these guys have tuning forks apparently.
Make that joke.
Well, Elliot made that joke in the Super Gaming Brothers playthrough as well.
Oh yeah. Their stance, the pink ones, they're just like, don't hurt me, don't hurt me.
These guys like block all the fucking time. They're annoying as shit. Like in the hard mode and the boss we're about to come up to right now, these were like the only foot soldiers. So it makes this more of a pain in the ass. So yeah, now we're fighting Shredder in a boss exclusive to this version. Yay.
Mode 7.
Yep. For this boss, you've got to throw the foot soldiers off the screen in order to damage.
Shredder flashes.
Yeah, if you can tell, it's kind of tricky to pull off.
How exactly do you do that, Rabid?
Well, first you gotta hit them once to like stun them, and then like walk over to them, and if you press a directional input while attacking them, you'll throw them at the screen. But if you don't, you'll just do that little slamming move.
See, this is actually a rather interesting concept for a boss fight.
Yeah. Pretty unique.
Now, if he doesn't flash red, does that mean you didn't hit him?
Yes. It's pretty generous about that, though.
Yeah. You only missed him like once or twice.
Yeah. Ha ha ha. So yeah, traveling back in time in this one makes a lot more sense. Kinda.
Kinda a lot.
Yeah, kinda a lot. Oh shit! Isn't this a good cliffhanger to end the video on?
We'll see you in part 2.
See ya, bitches.